said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but you've got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Wildcats! This defense making a big play and putting it in the...
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Wasting no time taking a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Brown has it. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, you can see why Rocky Top is so excited about this guy. He's a home run waiting to happen. Not only can he run you over, but he can run around you too. This is an offense that doesn't only have to throw the football to win games. They can run it and they can get explosive plays because of this guy's speed and skill set.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Trying to make magic with his feet. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Volunteers are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. The short hand, it's Staley. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in, it's Staley. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowned a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab down the middle. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you can tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive game and a positive play for this offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Into the end zone. Touchdown ball. Extra point here will tie the game. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time in that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
So Kentucky's offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, 1 on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
Looking to throw, it's Barrett. Oh, they're after him. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to... Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it. And sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense early.
One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chains.
Man, I like that. Third and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little...
He unleashes a long one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
It's nice when a QB can get outside the pocket and break down a defense and take off, but I thought the defense did a really good job of seeing it, understanding where he was going, kind of mirroring him towards the sideline as he rolled out to the right. Didn't give him any space to run the football, covering the pass deep. Really nice defense on that play.
We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Oda. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains, it's at the 37. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
It is so beautiful when I get you behind the sticks in guaranteed passing situations, because guess what? I don't have to fire off and play run. I'm going and getting the quarterback and getting him on the ground. That's what defensive linemen live for.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He rifles one deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. The Wildcats want to crank the tempo. Let's take a minute here to look at the big picture for Kentucky. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive lineman gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive line. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. He sends 3 receivers right, maybe looking for man coverage on the left on 2nd and 5. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy.
They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on 3rd down. Doesn't convert this time. The Vols will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To throw, it's Barrett. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And that's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. And that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Bully ball on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They want to run this quarterback.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw, it's Barrett. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate.
Lost one deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he's still running after the move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. More than enough time in the pocket, and he fires left. Fires and picked off. Ball is loose. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Going right to work up top. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's when they'll put it in play. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the ball's headed quickly to the line. Back to pass on second down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking for a chunk play on second and short. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
Out of the gun, the inside give. There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38, and the running game doing work. To the air, it's Barrett. Under fire. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Given up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Running to Green. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. Kentucky right back to the line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And the Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Give to the running back. Got room to work. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense in their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
And the Volunteers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And here comes the punt team. He'll take it on the return. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to pass. It's Barrett. Under fire. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Right on target this time. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Punched it out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Kentucky going quickly. Here's the handoff. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
He'll take it up to the 45-yard line, and they stop him and knock him out of bounds.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Vols send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. The Wildcats, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Barrett. Here's a hit. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
One of the big risks about being in an empty set is that you don't have tight ends or running backs helping you out in pass protection. And that time the quarterback got hit right before he let it go, and that's why that ball fell incomplete.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Barrett. Pocket breaking down. Working the middle. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He leaves it with his back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo. Looking for space, it's McGowan. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Brown. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Another sack by this defense, but how about this QB? He continues to get back up every single time, still leading his team, still staying positive, still putting them in a good position to win this football game.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Matthews. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Volunteers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Takes it the other way. The 10. Touchdown, Kentucky! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Odom. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Give to Brown. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this up.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the fourth. Scanning the field, it's Barrett. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him in that last play.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We've got a tie game, and this defense will try to keep it that way with just a few minutes left. Brown has it. Finding open areas. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
They'll ride the hot hand. Plows through the defense. Just shedding tackles. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Tennessee. They move on top here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights that...
Turning it on! And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play. 1st and 10 from their own 49. Wants to throw. It's Barrett. Unloads to the wideout. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. He's going to take off. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Here's the pressure. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Vols will try to run out the clock in the final minute. They'll leave it with him. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football at a moment in the game when everything is on the line.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. From the gun, running back on the move. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
He got nowhere, but now it's decision time. It's 3rd down. Listen, if I go get this 1st down, there's a good chance this ball game's over. The clock's going to run out. So how aggressive do I want to be on this 3rd down?
Well, I want to be aggressive if I'm on defense. You can tell him he's like...
And he gets it into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's not just a touchdown. It is a dagger in this game.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Few points there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. One more play to pad the stats. Back to throw, it's Barrett. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games, because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.